Now that we're done with the sides, we can move on to the back and use our no guard all the way open. We're then going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way closed and attack that initial guideline. Don't forget to stretch the skin with your opposite hand to give you more room to blend. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. We're then going to use this same guard and its lever to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. And also, don't forget we are right on top of the occipital bone here, so you want to make sure you spend as much time as possible. As you guys can see, now that we're done softening up the line, we're moving on to our half guard, and we're going to also use the lever in its corners to erase the line completely. Now that we're done with the lower guards, we can move on to our two guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. Now that we're done softening up the line with the two guard, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Now we're above the occipital bone, so you also want to spend more time here. You always want to make sure you pay attention to the dark spots when cutting salt and pepper hair. Here we're using our 3 guard to connect to the 4 guard on top. Before we will line up his front line, we're going to use our clipper over comb method to debulk the front. So this is going to help us lighten up the middle and it's going to make the corners less apparent. Now we're moving on to our Gold FX and we're going to start off at the middle and work our way to the sides. When I use my Gold FX, I always go as slow as possible to make sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then the hair is going to shift and then we won't line them up properly. You also want to make sure not to press too hard because you could bite them with the teeth of the trimmer and you could leave scars. His corners are a little lighter, so we're going to try to keep it as natural as possible without sacrificing any crispiness. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave super things down below or follow the Instagram. Thank you. I always try my best to keep the corners as natural as possible and the vertical bars as natural as possible as well. Now that we're done lining them up with our gold FX, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Durable premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel so that the razor could glide better. If you guys are wondering what type of shave gel I use Elegant shave gel, usually the earth scented flavor. When using the razor, you always want to keep it at a 45-degree angle and use your opposite hands to stretch the skin as much as possible. This is going to lower the likelihood of you cutting someone.